Hello, ladies! Welcome back to the channel I Am Fit Women, where we share stories of real people who've turned their lives around in the most extraordinary ways. Today, we're diving into the incredible journey of Misty Mitchell, a woman who faced one of the toughest years of her life, only to rise stronger, healthier, and more determined than ever. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss out on these life-changing stories. And if you've got a story to share, drop it in the link below. We'd love to hear from you. Misty's story isn't just about losing over 100 pounds. It's about reclaiming her life, her happiness, and her future. So grab a cozy blanket, settle in, and let's get inspired together. Misty Mitchell's life in 2014 was a storm of physical and emotional pain. It started in January when she felt a sharp, unrelenting ache in her lower back. At first, she brushed it off as a minor strain. She thought, maybe I just slept wrong, or maybe I pulled a muscle. But the pain didn't go away. Instead, it grew worse with each passing day. By March, she could barely stand for more than a few minutes without feeling a searing pain shoot down her legs. Simple tasks like bending over to tie her shoes or picking up her child became impossible. Misty visited doctor after doctor, hoping for answers. Finally, she was diagnosed with a herniated disc in her lower back. The news was devastating. A herniated disc wasn't just a temporary injury. It was a chronic condition that could take months, if not years, to heal. The doctors advised rest, physical therapy, and pain management, but nothing seemed to help. By May, the pain had become so unbearable that Misty had to make an impossible decision. She quit her job. Losing her job wasn't just a financial blow, it was an emotional one too. Misty had always been a hard worker, someone who took pride in providing for her family. Without her income, the family struggled to make ends meet. They were forced to sell their home, a place filled with memories and stability, and move to a smaller, unfamiliar space. The loss of her job, her home, and her health left Misty feeling broken and defeated. In August, Misty underwent back surgery, hoping it would be the turning point she needed. The surgery helped ease the physical pain, but her heart was still heavy. She felt lost, as if the life she once knew had slipped through her fingers. For months, she wallowed in her pain, unsure of how to move forward. She spent her days on the couch, binge-watching TV and eating comfort food to numb the emotional pain. She felt like a shadow of her former self. A woman who had once been full of life and energy, now reduced to someone who could barely get through the day. But deep down, Misty knew something had to change. She couldn't keep living like this. She just didn't know where to start. On February 19, 2015, Misty stood in front of her bathroom mirror and truly looked at herself for the first time in years. What she saw broke her heart. Her eyes were tired, her posture slumped, and her spirit seemed dimmed. She stepped on the scale and saw the number staring back at her. Almost 300 pounds. It was a moment of brutal honesty, one that forced her to confront the reality of her life. Misty realized she wasn't just carrying physical weight. She was carrying the weight of her struggles, her pain, and her regrets. She had become someone she didn't recognize, a woman who relied on alcohol to numb her emotions and cigarettes to cope with stress. She was unhappy, unhealthy, and stuck in a cycle of self-destruction. But that day, something inside her shifted. She made a decision that would change everything. She was going to take her life back. The next morning, on February 20th, 2015, Misty woke up with a newfound determination. She decided to quit smoking, drinking, and eating carbs, all at once. It was a bold move, but Misty knew she needed a complete reset. She started following a ketogenic diet, focusing on whole, nutrient-dense foods that would fuel her body and mind. It wasn't easy, especially in the beginning. The cravings were intense, and the emotional withdrawal from alcohol and cigarettes was overwhelming. But Misty stayed strong, reminding herself why she started. She began tracking her macronutrients, ensuring she was eating the right balance of fats, proteins, and carbs to stay in ketosis. She also started moving her body again, slowly and carefully, as her back continued to heal. Every small victory, whether it was resisting a craving or completing a short walk, felt like a step toward reclaiming her life. Misty's journey wasn't just about losing weight. It was about rediscovering herself. She started by setting small, achievable goals. Her first goal was simple: get through one day without smoking, drinking, or eating carbs. It sounds easy, but for Misty, it was a monumental challenge. The first few days were the hardest. She felt irritable, restless, and overwhelmed by cravings. But she refused to give up. To stay motivated, Misty created a vision board filled with pictures of healthy, happy women who inspired her. She wrote affirmations like, "I am strong," and "I am worth it," and placed them where she could see them every day. She also leaned on her family for support, sharing her goals and struggles with them. Their encouragement gave her the strength to keep going. As the weeks went by, Misty began to notice small changes. Her clothes fit a little looser, her energy levels increased, and her back pain started to improve. But the biggest change was in her mindset. For the first time in years, she felt hopeful. She realized that she wasn't just losing weight, she was gaining her life back. Misty's journey wasn't without its challenges. There were days when she felt like giving up, when the weight of her past struggles threatened to pull her back into old habits. But she refused to let those moments define her. Instead, she leaned on her why, the reason she started this journey in the first place. She wanted to be healthy, happy, and present for her family. She wanted to feel proud of herself again. One of the hardest parts was dealing with the emotional triggers that had once led her to drink or smoke. Misty had to find new ways to cope with stress and sadness, like journaling, meditating, or talking to a trusted friend. She also had to confront the guilt and shame she felt about her past, learning to forgive herself and focus on the future. Today, Misty has lost over 100 pounds and completely transformed her life. She's healthier, happier, and more confident than she's ever been. She no longer relies on alcohol or cigarettes to cope with life's challenges. Instead, she's found strength in her own resilience and the support of her loved ones. Misty's journey isn't just about the weight she's lost, it's about the life she's gained. She's rediscovered her passion for living, whether it's through cooking nutritious meals, exploring the outdoors, or simply enjoying moments with her family. She's proof that no matter how far you've fallen, it's never too late to rise again. If you're wondering how Misty achieved such an incredible transformation, here's the secret. It's all about consistency, mindset, and finding the right tools to support your journey. Misty combined a ketogenic diet, macro tracking, and a commitment to self-care to stay on track. She didn't rely on quick fixes or fad diets. She focused on making sustainable changes that transformed her life. If you also want to lose weight like Misty, I highly recommend checking out the first link in the description. Over 18,961 people have already reached their ideal weight using that recipe. It's a proven step-by-step guide that can help you start your own transformation today. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Why not take yours now? Check the description for more details, and that's Misty's incredible story. If her journey inspired you, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need a little motivation today. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. If Misty can do it, so can you. And if you're ready to start your own transformation, check out the link in the description for all the resources to help you along the way. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.